Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Bryce Wuori. Bryce Wuori is the co-founder and CEO of Pavewise and an expert in asphalt paving and believes technology is the future key to success within the infrastructure industry. Bryce has been recognized nationally as an asphalt expert who is currently generating large amounts of success by integrating project variables within asphalt paving quality procedures to increase project revenues. Pavewise is a web-based software that maximizes productivity and improves project quality, resulting in increased incentives and profits for paving contractors. Variables such as weather, project specifications, and equipment operations impact every paving project. By efficiently managing project variables and integrating paving solutions, Pavewise develops a strategy for success in every paving project. Well, good afternoon, Bryce. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon. Thanks, Brian, for having me.
Absolutely. Bryce, you've got such an amazing background as far as what you're doing in construction management and asphalt. We're going to jump into that here in a minute, but I'm just so thrilled to be able to spend this time behind the microphone today with you and learn about some of the things you're doing and kind of really disrupting your industry. So jumping into the questions, Bryce, you've got quite the career in engineering, construction management. You're a senior executive, an entrepreneur now, and the co-founder and CEO of Pavewise. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
Yeah, there's really not a secret. I grew up, my dad owned a construction company. My grandpa was an entrepreneur who owned a construction company. From a young age, I found that hard work, starting early in the morning and just working hard always produced, good outcomes. So I've taken that into pretty much everything that I've done from, I started boots on the ground, running equipment to moving into management to going to college and finding, my engineering construction management degree. I've always used that mentality that hard work is a good way to present yourself, and it always produces good outcomes. If I had to really put one thing that really inspires me, it is the construction industry. It's an amazing industry filled with great individuals. It's an industry that sometimes is overlooked. A lot of people say it's the smallest, biggest industry in the world, but you think about all the roads we drive on, all the infrastructure. Without this industry, we wouldn't have the society and economy we have even currently. So my drive, my passion to improve that industry by just giving knowledge that I've learned from individuals, infusing technology into the industry is just absolutely my biggest passion.
Thank you for sharing. And I appreciate sharing the roots that go back in your family as well. But you're absolutely right. As they say, the early bird gets the worm. And that I think that truly is one of the foundational pillars of success is getting up early, hard work, and getting after the day. So I appreciate you sharing that. And Bryce, next question here for you. With any construction project, there's always inefficiencies and cost overruns, right? I've done project management in the tech sector before in my past, and I get it, right? In the road paving business, though, there's a national statistic that states 38% of all projects don't finish on time. What are you doing to help mitigate this problem?
Yeah, so actually that was one of the reasons I was attracted to the asphalt industry originally. Was I was a college inspector intern watching over a contractor doing paving. And I realized that there were so many things that could have been improved with communication and just even watching the crews. That's what attracted me to that industry originally. It was a little bit of the brokenness. So that's kind of where I really took off with, involving technologies, practices that help these contractors do better with technologies, with efficiencies. And it's really one of the most inefficient industries out there. And a lot of it is not just because of the people and the crews, but you're dealing with external environments where you can't control rain, wind. There's a lot of moving variables in this industry as well. Truck logistics, there's, big crews with lots of subcontractors, so a lot of moving parts. The ways that we're trying to mitigate this problem is proactiveness. One thing that our software does is we put in impacts for weather, 14-day impacts, and that's based off of the engines we've created that we know what a 25-mile-per-hour wind will do to efficiencies, quality, and impacts to a project. So we're trying to mitigate those risks up front and even offer advice when they do come, when these environmental things are happening, to how we change the operations to combat them to stay efficient and effective. So proactiveness, really knowing that these risks, these things are going to happen and we can't do anything about it, but how do we adjust and adapt to them to stay successful?
Thank you. And you're right, being proactive in any project, but in your business is particularly important. And I'm glad that you are really seizing this opportunity, challenging as you may call it, but making this a better place, especially when it comes to our road and our road safety. At the end of the day, we want us all to come home safe. So,
Yep.
Bryce, you believe there is plenty of room for improvement in the paving business. We talked about that a little bit. Why is training in the asphalt business so important?
Training is one of the easiest things you can do to mitigate risk, honestly. When you're able to put the time and effort into training your operators, your managers on best practices, what to do, it eliminates those small little inefficiencies. And honestly, it's when you add up all those small little inefficiencies, that's what costs a lot of time and money on these projects. Those often add up to more than just one big event. So if you put the time and effort in training into your operators, into your individuals, then you eliminate a lot more of those. And everybody's on the same path, I guess. That's one of the main things that we try to do in our software is it's a platform that brings everybody on that has the same goal. You have the same team, everything that you know what you need to do to achieve success. The training aspect of it is really one of the things that scare me the most in this industry right now, because there's a lot of experienced individuals that are retiring that have just a wealth of knowledge that is not getting passed on to the next generations. Or maybe some of it is, but there's so much that's missing. And we're trying to capture some of that with, even training videos, just practices to pass on cause and effect. And this is why we do certain things. I spend a lot of my time just going out and working with crews. I was an operator in the past. So one of my favorite things to do is jump on and work with a new roller operator and show them this is why we turn out in this direction. This is why we keep your roller in this temperature zone, these impacts, because that stuff resonates. They now know why not to do that instead of just being told, don't do this. So training is by far one of the best things you can do as a company to improve success overall.
Thank you. And you're absolutely right. Training is key to the success of any organization, any individual looking to grow their career and be successful as well. And I love the story of you rolling up your sleeves, jumping in and helping the new guys in there, right? That's so important. And I appreciate that. You're such a great leader. And Bryce, last question of the day. You're obviously leveraging some new and emerging tech in your business there. Is there anything you might be able to share with us today?
Yeah. So, we are kind of leading the role in some of these new technologies. Obviously, AI is a huge buzzword in tech right now, and we are leveraging some AI. We're building what we call a virtual assistant in our software that we know, and what we want to try to do is give back time to these busy project managers, these foremen in the field. And managing projects, one of the things I always struggled with was I was managing data and documents so much that half my day was consumed by just trying to put documents in the correct folders, getting a hold of quantities from my subcontractors. So we're creating our project assistant tool that uses AI to pretty much virtually manage documents and productions and goals through the software to give back the project manager, the user, at least 1 to 3 hours. We're finding 1 to 3 hours we can give back to a user right now by just taking care of the busy work. So that's some of the cool technology we're leveraging, along with some pretty neat hyperlocal weather stations that we put up on site that are actually tracking fully automated weather, putting it right into our software for the users as well. So yeah, some pretty cool tech out there.
Thank you, Bryce. I appreciate you sharing what you're doing in the construction management asphalt business. As far as technology, we are a tech platform, and we love to hear what everybody's doing in their industry or vertical. So thank you. And Bryce, it was such a pleasure having you on today, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Yes, thank you, Brian. We really appreciate it. And thank you again for the opportunity.
Bye for now.